93% of businesses are being described wrong by AI. We know because we tested it over 13,000 times. Wrong services, wrong contact details, some facts were even invented, and the smaller the business, the worse it got. Because if AI can't get you right, it won't recommend you. It names a competitor it's sure about instead. That's business you lose without even knowing. So here are the 3 reasons brands don't show up in ChatGPT, how to spot which one is yours, and the fix for each, so you get named in the platform 1 billion people use every single month. I'm Louis from Searchable. We've shown thousands of brands exactly where they stand in ChatGPT and how to get recommended. And reason 3, you can't fix on your website at all. Get it wrong and everything else you try is wasted. But once you see it, it's the simplest shift of the 3. Here's where nearly everybody goes wrong. They hear AI isn't picking me and they run straight to their website. Write new copy, nicer design, get a blog up. And none of it moves the needle because how the website looks was never really the problem. AI isn't reading your site the way a customer does. It's answering one quiet question before it recommends you. Who is this business and can I trust myself to describe them? That question lives at the entity and authority layer, beyond your website, underneath your Google ranking. It's the picture the whole internet paints of you. And this layer is serious. Just last year, Google deleted over 3 billion entities from its knowledge graph, its biggest cull in a decade. The ones it wiped were brands with thin, contradictory, or gamed identities. The exact problem we're talking about. This isn't a nice to have, it's the layer the platform are policing to feed AI. And you can see whether your own signals line up or clash across the web. I'm going to show you exactly where at the end, so stay with me. So the real question isn't, is my website good enough? It's, can AI confidently say who I am? And for a lot of you, it can't. How confident are you, really, that AI even knows who you are? Not whether it rates you, we're going to come to that, whether it can work out who you are at all, and tell you apart from everyone with a similar name. Most brands fall at this first hurdle and never realize it. There are 2 ways AI can know you. If you're big enough, you're baked into its memory from training. Ask about British Airways and it just knows. But if you're not British Airways, it has to piece you together live, from your site, but also LinkedIn, your Google listing, directories, press. And if your signals are thin or someone bigger shares your name, it doesn't stop to weigh it up. It reaches for the one with the louder footprint and describes them as you. Let me show you with a brand you might know. This is Toast, the British fashion and homeware label. There's shops all across London. They've got a live website and have been trading since 1997. Watch what happens when I ask ChatGPT who they are. I type, what company is Toast in London? It lists a few options, and to its credit, the London clothing brand is there. But watch how it lands the answer. It's probably Toast Inc., the restaurant software company. It found the British brand and waved it straight past for a US software company. So I asked more directly, tell me about the company Toast in London, and here's what comes back. Assuming you mean Toast Inc., the restaurant technology company. Then a full page on the American firm, Boston headquarters, listed on the New York Stock Exchange, the British brand with shops across the city, not mentioned once. Here's their live site. Real shops, real customers, a registered UK company since 1997. But because a bigger company shares their name, AI didn't stop to tell them apart. It wrote the London brand out of its own answer and handed it to a company 3,000 miles away. And if it does that to a brand with shops across London, imagine what it does to one smaller than you. Because this is exactly what those 13,000 tests turned up. Small brands got confused or misattributed at 4 in 100 answers, against under 1 in 100 for the big household names. And it goes further than mix-ups. Half the small businesses we tested had at least one flat-out false fact stated about them. So you can fix it. Yes, and it's the most fixable of the 3. You can't stop a bigger company sharing your name. But you can make your identity so clear and consistent that AI can tell you apart. Pick one source of truth, who you are, what you do, where you're based, and make sure it lines up everywhere it appears. Your bios don't have to be word for word identical. They just can't contradict each other. That's what gives AI the confidence to name you, and not someone else. And don't worry where to begin. At the end, I'm going to give you the exact first move for all 3 today. But here's the catch. AI can know exactly who you are and still refuse to recommend you. Being known isn't enough, and it's the reason why it is quietly handing your customer to your competitor. How many people actually vouch for your brand across the web? Here's the uncomfortable truth. AI doesn't take your word for it. Your website says you're the best at what you do. But anyone can say that about themselves. So AI goes looking for proof. And here's what most people get wrong. It isn't scanning the whole web fresh every time. It leans on a small repeated set of sources it's learned to trust. The big review sites, Wikipedia, the major publications, the busiest forums. It reads what they say in seconds and recommends the brand they already seem to agree on. It's like checking references before you hire someone. Anyone can call themselves brilliant on their own CV. What convinces you is the people who vouch for them. In AI search, it's mentions, not links. Quick note, I'm talking about ChatGPT, but Perplexity and Gemini each source a little differently. That's a whole video, and that trusted set is brutally concentrated. If your brand isn't earning a place in it, then as far as AI is concerned, nobody is vouching for you. And the fix isn't 1,000 more words on your own site. It's earning a single genuine mention on the sources AI actually leans on. Those big review sites I mentioned, the Wikipedia-style references, those industry publications it pulls from again and again. One of those is worth more than everything you'll ever write about yourself. Quick one. If this is the first time someone's explained the why and then the fix, instead of handing you a checklist, hit subscribe. That's the whole reason this channel exists. Now, reason number 3. You're fixing the wrong layer. And this is the one I promised you. You think this is a website problem, but we've already proved that it isn't. Back in reason 1, the brand AI couldn't place had a perfectly good website. This goes deeper. It's not even a rankings problem. Here's the proof. This year, we checked thousands of brands ranking right at the top of Google, then asked whether ChatGPT names them. In more than 4 in 10 cases, it didn't. You can be number 1 on Google and ChatGPT still won't say your name. Because what won you that ranking, your pages, your keywords, your backlinks, sits above the layer AI reads. AI works from who you are as an entity and who vouches for you. It's a different layer, it's a different game. So the fix isn't more pages, it's the 2 moves we just covered. A clean, consistent identity and real third-party mentions. You build the identity by getting into the places machines read, structured data on your own website, and knowledge bases like Wikipedia and Wikidata that feed AI directly. Then, track whether it starts naming you. Stop pouring effort into the layer AI never reads. And if that sounds like bad news, here's the relief. And it's the whole reason the title of this video says yet. You're not being punished. AI just can't see you clearly yet. And yet is that word that matters, because legibility is something you can build. And you can start right now with Searchable. Let me show you one last brand, and this one you'll definitely know if you're British. Card Factory. Nearly 1,000 shops across the UK. And here they are inside Searchable. And to be honest, it's brutal. Their AI visibility on ChatGPT, 3.3%. We ran 15 real buying questions and Card Factory ranked 38th. 38th! A share of voice of just 1.1%. One of the biggest card retailers in this country. And the moment someone asks AI where to buy a card, it's getting barely a whisper. And look who ChatGPT names instead. Moonpig in 60% of answers right at the top. Funky Pigeon, 47%. Thoughtful, 20%. Card Factory is all the way down in 38th. And it doesn't just lose to the big online players. It's beaten by Clinton's, by Etsy, even by one-person card makers like Lilac Kitten Designs, all getting named while Card Factory barely registers. Why? That's reason 2. Look at where ChatGPT actually pulls its answers from. In the last 7 days alone, it drew on 249 sources. Moonpig's own site, 32 times. Trustpilot, 14. Funky Pigeon, 14. Card Factory, out of 249 sources, 0. Not once. And it's the same story with mentions across the web. Moonpig, named 77 times. Funky Pigeon, 62. Card Factory, 1. A shop on nearly every high street in the UK, and in the online card conversation, AI barely knows they're there. And every one of those gaps has a home. Right here, the Opportunities tab. Every move to close it, ranked by what shifts that needle first. That's how a brand goes from invisible to getting named. And it's sitting right there, waiting for you. So instead of guessing which of the 3 is yours, you see it in black and white. And you can run this exact report on your own brand right now for free. Drop your domain into Searchable's free visibility report. The link is in the description. And in minutes, you'll know which of the 3 is holding you back and where to start. There are your 3 reasons and your 3 fixes. 1. AI can't identify you, so give it one consistent identity. 2. No one credible vouches for you, so go and earn a mention where AI already looks. 3. You've been fixing the wrong layer, so put your effort into the 2 that matter and track it. Not one of them is about how your website looks. An honest bit before you do go, this isn't an afternoon's work. Identity and authority are built over weeks and months, and anyone promising you an overnight switch is selling something. But most of your competitors haven't even diagnosed the problem, let alone started fixing it. You just have. So tell me in the comments once you've run that visibility report which one was yours. I'm going to go read them, so let me know. Knowing the fixes is just the start. A full step-by-step is the next video. In fact, the 5 exact steps to get recommended. It's right there, so why not go watch it right now? This is where we make AI search make sense. I'll see you in the next video. Before you head off, just one thing from me. If this finally made AI search click for you, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next on the Searchable YouTube channel. See you soon.